Welcome. We are preparing, we are having initiation for a visit to the overview of the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutras in reference to the overview of Source Sutra, Ganita Sutra 1. Today, in continuity, we will be face to face with tables 22, 35 of the features, different features of the fourth letter of the text of formulation Eka Adhikain. The formulation Eka Adhikain is a setup of 9 letters. Its fourth letter is Dha. This letter is of TC value 7. Placement and its TC value is depicted in table number 22. This placement of the fourth letter of the text of Eka Adhikain deserves to be comprehended well, as it is this placement which in itself is a source of distinct features contribution by this letter. We will be in the fourth letter placement of the fourth row of 5 cross 5 Varga consonants. As is tabulated, TC value is 7. Therefore, the first feature, first contribution because of letter Dha is as value 7. Table 23 brings us face to face with the placement of this letter as origin fold of creative order setup of a self-referral domain. Fourth letter is of the format of origin fold of hypercube 6. 4, 5, 6, 7 are the sequential values quadruple of the first 4 letters, fourth row of the Varga consonants. Table 23 as such is bringing us face to face with this feature of the fourth letter. Fourth letter Dha is of TC value 7 and the same as per its placement is in the role of origin fold of space. So first feature is that it is of TC value 7. The second feature is that it is in the role of the origin. Therefore, this feature takes us to 7 space in the role of origin of a 6 space. Parallelly, it will take us to pole star in the role of the origin of the solar universe. Sun is a 6 space body. Pole star is a 7 space body. The interrelationship of placements of Surya and Dhruv is as of 6 space as a domain and 7 space as an origin. Now, let us sit comfortably. Let us visit the script form of the formulation Ved. Formulation Ved is a composition of quadruple letters. We shall be face to face with the script forms of these 4 letters, the TCV values of these 4 letters, the sequential placements of these 4 letters, and then have its superimposition on the TCV values curve of the formulation Eka Adhikain. The formulation Eka Adhikain with first letter sixth vowel value 6, the second letter ka and third letter a, both together leading to value 4 plus 2 is 6. The fourth letter is dha of TC value 7. Then again we are having E and ka of value 6. Then A has a value 6. Then we are having 8 as value for no and 1 for value a. Now see the dimensional synthesis of triple self-referral dimensions. With 6 plays in the role of a dimension and triple such dimensions. The synthesis value of triple self-referral dimensions is 6. This feature, which will help us appreciate as to how the script-wise, the value-wise, the placement-wise, the formulation weight, and the TC values curve of the first formulation ekadikane is of parallel formatting features. One shall sit comfortably and to permit the transcending mind to glimpse the script form as well as the replacement values of the quadruple letters of formulation Ved and have parallel formatting with the placements of letters and values along the TC value curve of the formulation ekadike. This is table number 20. Ahead, we can further have a glimpse, a thorough visit to the TC values curve of the formulation ekadike. The first limb of this TC value curves up till the first 3 letters and then up till first 4 letters is of value 12 and 19 respectively. 6 plus 4 plus 2, 12, 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 7, 19. This pair of values, as we have previously visited, are parallel with the TCV values of formulation Rishi and formulation Chand. The table 25 is depicting these feature and values of the first limb of the TCV values curve of the formulation ekadike. Table 26 goes a step ahead and focuses upon the second limb for the inward progression of the first 3 letters of values 186 of summation value 15 and first 4 letters giving us value 19 and the 6 letters giving us value 21. One shall sit comfortably and permit the transcending mind to have distinctive chase of the first limb and as well as of the second limb for inward progressions from both ends. This inward progression from both ends along the TC values curve of formulation ekadike will provide us the necessary insight and appropriate level of enlightenment about the way Vedic mathematical domain with Ganita Sutra 1 as its source sutra organizes itself and the way along this organization format the mathematical domain manifests. Tables 25, table 26, 27 and 28 deserve to be visited simultaneously. Table 27 is taking a step ahead of table 26 as the reach here from both ends of both limbs of the TC values curve takes to the seat of the fourth letter. Seat of the fourth letter as such sequentially will take us from 642 to 0, and this reach at 0 space at dimension of creator's space, and thereby the emergence of a pair of Eurospace domains is the phenomenal happening which deserves to be comprehended thoroughly. It is with this comprehension that we will be in a position to have proper appreciation as that the formulation sub simple rendering as value 7 is of TC value 14. It is this feature of the organization of Vedic mathematical domain along the curve of Eka, the cane, deserves to be comprehended well as the placement of the fourth letter in a way becomes of a spatial formatting, as here the reach is from both ends. Is here where we will have an appreciation as that Ganita Sutra 1 is of linear progression format of one step at a time. However, the transition and transformation from the format of Ganita Sutra 1 to Ganita Sutra 2 will take us to a triple formulations composition Niklim Navasta Charmam Dashata of 7, 14 and 7 letters, and it is this feature that at the middle the value is to be double of each limb. Now this feature, when is taken further insight about the placement of fourth letter, we will be blissful to take note that the first limb as 642 of first three letters is of summation value 12, while the second limb of 5 letters as of values 18642 is of summation value 21, and the values of pair 12 and 21 is a reflection pair of double-digit numbers. How the reflection as a mathematical operation, as an operation distinct than that of other basic arithmetic and algebraic operations, is the reach of the Vedic mathematics. Therefore, sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with the Vedic systems shall permit the transcending mind to transcend from the conventional, classical, and orthodoxical arithmetic operations, as there is an additional set of operations of which reflection pairing is of prominent attachment. The tables 29 onwards, 29, 30, 31, and 32 extend the conventional arithmetical operations to Vedic mathematical operations. The table 29 brings us face to face with the split phenomenon of three-dimensional frame. Three-dimensional frame splits into a pair of three-dimensional frames of half dimensions. And in the process of this split, creative origin, four spaces origin transcends out. This phenomenon of transcendence of a creative origin and the split of a three-dimensional frame into a pair of three-dimensional frames of half dimensions is of unique features. These unique features deserve to be comprehended well, as it is in the comprehension we will be having our cube, hypercube 3, with three-dimensional frame of three linear dimensions as dimension of 31 structural components will take to a domain of 33 structural components. It is this comprehension of the origin of a cube being of a spatial order. This value 2, because of the spatial order of the origin, which adds to already existing setup of 31 structural components of cube. Therefore, the sadhakas shall sit comfortably and permit the transcending mind to be parallel with this dimensional split phenomenon and its chase by the Vedic systems. Table 30 takes us a step ahead, as the seat of cube is a creator origin seat. It is for space. A step ahead of the split of a three-dimensional frame is the phenomenon of split of four-space dimensional domain. This split will amount to the transcendence of five space as an origin of a fourth space. Therefore, this sequential split and consequential transcendence phenomenon of the origins is the phenomenon with whose comprehension and imbibing we will be parallel with the processing systems of Vedic mathematics. It is in continuity that table 31 is depicting the continued transcendence phenomenon, which as six space of five space domain will lead to the final stage of a reach of such transcendence. Now, tables 29, 30, and 31 are sequential. These are in continuity, and these are regarding the transcendence of fourth space as origin from three space domain, further transcendence of five space origin from fourth space domain, and transcendence of six space as origin from five space domain. It is this transcendental phenomenon which on its chase will bring us face to face with the mathematical domain of the fourth letter. Fourth letter as the structural key of the fourth sutra. It is the fourth sutra which also comes and makes its play as Kevale Saptakam Gunyat. Therefore, the limitation and ultimate reach of guna, of multiplication operation, which is to hold up till the value 7. Therefore, the sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity efforts to be parallel with the Vedic mathematics and Vedic mathematical processing steps shall sit comfortably and to melt the conditioning because of the linear order setup of our physical 3 space. Vedic mathematics is of a creative domain. It is of a creator's space. It is of a spatial dimensional order. And this spatial dimensional order provides dual status to the center of the cube. It is this dual status of the center of the cube which deserves to be comprehended well. It is by having comprehension of the dual status of the origin of the cube that we will be in a state to follow the Visford explosion and the consequential split of dimensional domains and transcendence of the origins in 3 sequential steps, which will take us up till the transcendence of 6 spaces origin of a 5 space. Once we will be parallel with it, then we will be having comprehension parallel to the insight and enlightenment of the Vedic mathematical domain, and it is in terms of it that we will be having full satisfactory comprehension of the role and contribution of the fourth letter in the Vedic mathematical domain reach and the reach of their processing. Ahead, we will have a reach to the next phase and stage of attainments of the Vedic mathematical domain. For it, let us revisit the TCV values curve of formulation Ekadi K, and as is the tabulation of table 33, the reach from both ends till the fourth seat of fourth letter will be of the values pair 26 and 35. This pair is indexing the transcendental reach of the mathematical domain. Value 26 is the TC value of formulation Devata, while formulation 35 is the TC value of the formulation Parbrahma. Therefore, the transcendental attainment of the Vedic mathematics in itself is a transcendental phenomenon of transformation of the intelligence field because of the consciousness foundation. Sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with the Vedic mathematics and its processing systems shall permit the transcending mind to create the intelligence field along the consciousness base. It is this consciousness-based intelligence field which will provide the ultimate bliss of complete insight and full enlightenment of the Vedic order. It is in this state that we shall again visit the script of the fourth letter and see how the Vad dissection in equal parts is there because of the transcendental origin of the creators of space. And it is in this background that the enlightened sadhakas will be face to face with the transcendental phenomenon of Tandav Nritya of the transcendental Lord Shiva. Sit comfortably, permit the transcending mind to be parallel with it, and in the next session, we'll be continuing by picking up the thread, and we will be again blissful to have a fresh visit to this transcendental phenomenon. Thank you very much.